better for me to read the in professional, not professional manga from just anywhere else, or webcomic, web novel, webtoons, than watching live all playing this lifeless slideshow, still pictures, zoom into the face, a badminton, and it just really real feel bad that, like, I just watch people's expression that to from playing badmintons, because, well, and watching them feeling like they are having a hard time playing, and then I'm not seeing any of the what is it that it play out. And so a lot of the scenes in this episode is just probably have no budget. Like, in the later episode, there's still badminton fight between Yusa and Mitsushima, which is a fight that takes place in just like, it's a fight of like using the badminton into Mitsushima just hits the badminton hoping to go into the powerful blow, and Yusa just catches it and slowly and drop shot in, and just soft hitting soft shot into Mitsushima side, and it's just that in the later episode that I see nothing. And after that, there's only the slideshow badminton, which I don't even know what are they playing, because they only zoom into the faces of the contestants of the quarters, and it's just bad. Like, I just don't see anything that is worth watching from this love all play anime. Stupid slideshow badminton anime without a good badminton match. It was boring, no need to talk much. The twins story is just mediocre, of just having kids who is having some emotional problem and needed to overcome it, but informs of the twins shonen's anime and stuff, and so it's bad, and that you shouldn't watch it. The thing that the score that I would give this anime is no score. I drop it. It's like, it's worse than being unwatchable, because well, I am not bothered to, like, maybe I would give it, like, maybe I say that this anime is not good to great, unwatchable. It's worse than unwatchable. Unwatchable minus. Don't watch this anime. Minus unwatchable. And so don't watch it. Just minus unwatchable. Don't watch it. I will just making it from the worst anime that I will drop to better and better anime. And so the next anime that I'm going to talk about is the anime that you'd expect that the thing that you would expect that I will drop, which none other than Chill Hero Seasons 2. What the fuck? and it's having the well, I don't know if there is the season 2s in. Like, I don't know why I continue watching this Chihiro season 2, because, well, I felt empty. I felt like the main protagonist is doing nothing, the characters is doing nothing, and it's boring and feels like I just watched the adventure that Naofumi just moved, just like that. Literally nothing happens, but I'm interested in its RPG settings, and interested in these kind of the powers that the villain or anything will use. So it just studies the world building and continue to watching it, but I don't recommend at any rate watching this anime. If this anime were having more interesting fight than having a fight big villain lose boss and ended up, I would like this anime more. Have more twists and turn, has variety in world building and characters through all the ingredients uses in to fight super villain big boss gone into waste. And like, as I say, if like that is more like I don't expect anything from the hero anymore, other than it will have some kinds of the interesting twists and turns, or if you ended it this, fighting the third CG turtle. Other than that, it's just boring story of Naofumi, and like I just studying the subjects of the fight of the characters' powers, RPG world building ideas of the hero, and yet I watched to the episode 7. I feels like it's just empty. It feels like I just watched this empty escape room of just using the bag, and there's nothing interesting anymore about this anime other than few first episodes in the hero that Naofumi gone AG and doujinshi and some doujinshi and in hentai. Other than that, it just feels like this anime just I just don't expect anything from the plot of this anime anymore, other than some interesting stuff like some interesting expositions, like how the turtle is it, what is the turtle, and its world building and how it builds its world. And so, I'm still not robbed this anime because, well, like I said, it's stupid and boring. So it's probably the yet like I should talk about this hell of a anime first. So finish the hero. Next is as I say, I don't recommend you watching hero if you're not a writer, if you're not a person that have that much time or in wanted to watch all the anime or studying the anime. If you are interested in world building or fantasy settings, I recommend Chihiro because it has some interesting isekai stuff, and decent animations, and so you cannot possibly get the point of what is happening in Chihiro. Here in Tarumono, what could I expect from this anime more than hollow introduction of the characters, not playing with the characters, and an empty shell of the introduction of the characters, and characters that just changing from the plot without us realizing it, and just boring, hollow, nothing that this slice of life. Most of this slice of life doesn't have anything that is eye-catching anywhere other than normal interactions of the characters that is unique, or the depth of the characters need to change the problem. But this anime doesn't have anything. This anime is just fucked. This anime is just, I expect this anime to be one shoujo anime that I enjoy, but all of them gone to waste. Like, what could I expect from this anime more than just like I don't cliche interactions? I do. Like, it's boring. Like, I cannot explain what to say about this anime. I'm sad to say I think that this anime could be good. All of the anime that I think that Chihiro could be good, level play could be good, but like, but nothing, but no boring nonsense. I just feel like all of the anime could be good, especially this anime. Like, the animation is decently okay. There's still some of the, like, the episode 6. I'll show you if I found it. Like, see, there still is some of the found it. Like, yeah, the plants in this anime is just cropping for the shopping it, but it's still, I don't know, it's like it could be decent, but this anime is just trying so much to make it visual good, but and forgot that the good anime also having the story. There's a good anime having the story too, doesn't only have a good visual, and some studio forget that anime have a good need to have a good visual to have two, not only a good story. For example, Mob Psycho is not quite in the season. There's like Chajiku is decent, I'd say. That have a bad visual. Like, I do not see much in this seasons other than Yusha Yamamasu. Yes, Yusha Yamamasu animation is like, the story is better, but the animation is fucked up. Animation is boring and stupid. Other than that, Hiro and Tarumono is anime that you could see the potential in the trailer. You could see the potential in the first episode, but the reality is different, as I say. So I don't feel the sense of progression come from this anime. I feel like I have wasted my time watching 5 episodes without Hiro doing anything, trying anything, just being with Ido, and I don't see how their relationship improve. Just hollow interaction and show new characters, childhood friends, which existing characters in the story don't even good. Add new characters to make more mess, and eating the screen times of the existing characters and the existing plot that could be good, that could be polished more. Don't even say that it will improve in the idol relationship, because the common enemy, because there is no relationship bluff built in the first place, just hollow skin that we see. watching all the anime that I drop, like Gaikutsu Kishisama or Skeleton Isekai, feels more interesting in terms of the courses more, using the same existing idea of idol. And cliche story, I don't say that it's repetitive to the audio idol anime, because I'm not the fan of it. I don't watch this kind of anime much. I remember I watched some of this anime like Love Life, or I don't know, all the anime before, but I'm not the fan of. But this is the first idol anime that I review, and I still feel that it cliche is repetitive, um and it's boring. This anime doesn't offer anything that is better than good existing idol franchise, other than the courses is just not good courses, not really charming other than Yuri. Like, oh, so there's this anime that I like. It's not better than existing franchise, does not offer anything, like Killed, who is also came on the older season. Like, it's better in every aspect: courses, plot, interactions, introductions, um, ideas, design of the courses. And courses have more courses, they'll manage to get the plot out, enjoy a lot of the scenes of the, like, it's, even though it's not the direct idol, it still is Seiyu, which is voice actor, which you could say is also an idol in terms of the Weebs idols, classic Weeb idols, who is more interesting character, story, persona of the characters, and everything else is better than the Hero in Tarumono. If you wanted to watch Hero in Tarumono, don't. It's a waste of time watching Killed. I like the visual. Even if the visual of Killed, I believe that Killed has more budget. It still uses the new Seiyu, uses the budget visual to make the dances of the characters, which is have more meaningful and more interesting than here in Mono. And so, fucking drop. Nothing interesting about this anime anymore. Drop here in Mono. With that said, all of the bad anime out of the way, let's talk about the good anime. From the worst good anime to the base good anime that I feel. The 16 good anime exists here. The first, you would expect that why is this anime not in the bad anime curriculum or the bad anime sections? I say that I have some kinds of the good feelings of the characters of the like, there's still something interesting in this anime that I feel like I should talk about. That I feel like there's something still interesting about this anime, whether it be characters plot, characters interaction, the world building, or the story that we go. Like, I quite enjoy this anime about the Jijou Hyo no Daimon Murabito Andy Tensei through. I still enjoy about the characters, that there's still world building, there's still the past demon that um training hard to meet, and there's still the plot and fan service and visual that I think that it kind of interests me somehow. I feel good about this anime. I really feel like, not that really, but I feels good about this anime. I feels that this anime have some kinds of potential, that it shows that, while I enjoy this anime, I can't deny that a lot of the anime is bland without any real good thread, and the art has some good story, but characters like Genie, because well, the characters of the Genie, when I watch, like, I say that I watch older episode first, and then watching this episode, and so it made me wanted to watch more. So, and I like the color palette, because well, when I watch Isekai, it feels like it have some kind of the RPG kind of feeling that made me, it's compelled me to watch more of it. Good animation could make up for lack of seriousness and thread of the story, but cannot make it up much, as well as the color palette from the Silver Link. World building of this anime has some interesting point of the demon of the novel that has something to do with demon blood before. And like as I say, a lot of the thing is that there's still some interesting plot point. This anime, good action scenes, good animations, and fightings, and like the sense, like it, like I treat this anime as day-to-day life in the Daemon Academy, with art who helping the characters has some like it's decently perfect. Oops, sorry. It's decently perfect. This anime is decently perfect. That's what I think this is the perfect word to describe this anime. It's just like having this plot of the characters plus of the art part, and there's still some threat in the skew, and it's just slice of life. I treat this anime as slice of life anime now, and there's some comedy about the characters and the personality of the characters, and vivid color palette, and it feels like this anime has it all to be a slice of life anime. And like why are they not listed this anime as a slice of life anime? I don't understand this too. This it's decently perfect slice of life anime that I think it could be like could not be any better. I like it as it is, and like I don't know how to describe it. But to be fair to other anime, my feeling doesn't matter in the score. So I'm sorry, but this score is also not dropped. I just still watching this anime because, well, I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy this like festival, each kind of the school vibe, the talking, the characters interactions, the ideas of the story, and everything else that exists. Like, if I were to make a manga, if I were to make an anime, I would make anime that resembles this, but having more characters interactions, having more interesting depth of the characters, not just the characters bland fightings, and like I don't know, I feel really enjoy watching this anime. But this is number 16 of the anime that I listed as a good anime. Number 15, an anime that I also enjoy like the good animes. Like, don't be afraid that um this anime will be good or bad in the numbers, because well, I just wanted to rank the like numbers, like Aharen. I'm not this see like I say, because before I forgot it, Aharen. I think that Aharen a good anime that I think that if I am not giving it highest rank, because well, it's the story is banger and everything, and the comedy is banger, and but I'm still not giving it much of the rank number one, or even highest rank in every weeks. But all in all, if I were to rank Aharen and Heal a Girl, this one which has the consistent animation, consistent comedy, consistent story in every episode. Maybe some time right now, but like this anime is the anime that lastly the rank when I all the rank when I ranking in the last episode and review it on PowerPoint. This anime will be an anime that I feels like it has the potential. It is ranked the highest because it has the consistency in the story, not just like good one episode good in the episode 6 or 7 like Shikimori. Like, it is not good for some certain episode, but still it has some, but still it is consistently good. It is what it is the best thing you could get from the anime, is that it has the same quality in every, consistently same quality in every episode. Or even if you have the consistency, like good episode, some episode good, some episode bad, but mostly kept it good, still okay. So, but like Shijo Saikin Laimo Murabito and Tensei still kept the story in the okay sides, which I would say. So the number 15, RPG Fudosen. She an anime that I feel like I enjoy. I enjoy it in terms of like the world building. Also, like, of this kind of season, this is an anime that I would give a lot of the thumbs up, even if it's bad, even if it's not, even if it's easy, like it's fantasy, it's adventure anime that I feel like it has some kind of interesting rings to it in the seasons that I. If you ask me if there would be any point on the story of the RPG Fudosan that I feels like twist and turn, if there is any of the things that you would just to think about it, there would be some some kind of intelligence or interesting things hitting. No, it would not. But it is an okay anime in the animation and the everyday life of trying to find the house for monster, or the person that has specific interest of things that can't be live in normal houses. It's okay to watch this anime. The idea is interesting, but as I say, a lot of the thing has no turns and twists that you would unexpected things happen. but I feels like I like the music of it in the layer on of the, like, I kind of like gimmicks of it, like the Reaper steal the destruction's voice and live in, and music girls need to live live without the voice, make which make her live easier. Yeah, the settings of RPG Fudosan sets on the world that has before the war, and the adventurer need to find some houses to live and live in peace and harmony. And there is the twist of Dragon of Far, which I think that it is interesting to watch how the RPG Fudosan have this gimmicks, little gimmicks of the each episode finding the houses for someone to live. I like the story and of this episode, and to find home of the monster, and to find mystical girls and got still destructive voice kill like gimmick stolen of the stolen voice and destructive voice, like the music really brings me back though. When I was kids, I feels like I just I just like these kind of musics where it 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 has the lyrics resemble related to the fantasy stuff, but also having this vibe of lullaby, which about the dragons that the dragon and human live together, and having this really it feels like this anime kind of okay to watch, but nothing unexpected did happen, and so nothing bad happened either. And it feels like it is okay anime to watch. The score is so from the score, as you know from the later episode already. So means Mido, and I've tried to not making it feels like the lecture so much, because well my voice is boring, and like I'm trying to speak from my experience and stuff, and so trying to make it like live streams, because well I wanted the real vibes as possible, and I probably not pause it anymore. And sorry for the silence if it's annoyed you. Like it probably make it like 3 hours. I have like 3 hours left of recording sessions, so plenty of time. So like trying to not make it my voice just feels like the lectures in the university or the school. But yeah, just like if you are lonely or something, just listen to me ranting about the anime in the seasons. Because well, when I pauses the recording, it feels like it got some kinds of pauses, and it's distracted me. And so in the process of thinking, I need to like talking about the anime, talking about the thinking about the anime that I'm gonna talk about. So there will be some silences. Like I know it's annoying, um, but like if you have the plenty of time, just hear me ranting. Like I wanted to know your thoughts too. What are you thinking about this? Or if you wanted me to pause it or you wanted me to talk like before and pauses when I think, and talking only voices exist, or unediting content like live stream, like comments about it, if you haven't thought about, like, or if you wanted me to make it like real live stream, because I have a lot of the distractions in my house, so live stream may be hard. So I can't like doing live stream in like one streamline. Like I need sometimes I have some jobs, not job, something to do, help my parents doing things, and so I can't do it on the streamline, on the one line, live stream. So I don't know what to do. Just comments if you have any thoughts about, like, my environment is not suitable for it. But if you want it, I might try to do it. Like, just comment about it. So I start to make it in the stream, like trying to make it like live stream, because when there's a problem, when I doing it like this, when I have the problem, I could pause it. So, and I could edit it together of the clip video, because when I started RPG videos, and I have to go, like, I started this yesterday, when I finish RPG videos, and when I first start talking about RPG videos on yesterday, I have the problems comes, so I need to go to dentist, fix my teeth, because, well, I just being sensitive and I can't eat, and so today I need to start it again. So if you're lonely, just listening to me, and it comes every week, like, no promise, but it will 70%, 80% comes every week, unless there is some kinds of the incidents happen. But you talk about RPG videos, number 14 that I'm gonna talk about is see on the screen, my mic is just like on this, like there will be this kind of talk often, because, well, I'm not editing it, so like don't sure. So I have my mic on my table, so it's kinda easier to talk now. Okay, so it's better as well. So don't care about the ads, because, well, it's annoying, I know. But the dinosaur is on the Disney Plus, I think, and it can't be easily watched, like, where to watch dancer. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll, and we like, and you know that Crunchyroll is fucked. Crunchyroll is really fucked as a company, so I don't recommend buying Crunchyroll and Disney Plus, other than Bilibili, which I bought it already, and it is not in it. So just I don't support pirating anime, but when it comes to it, like, there's no choice. So this episode is about Junpei trying to go to the ballet and having fun at doing the ballet and stuff. Let me think about it. So it's about Junpei just going to the school and having this, like, there's a lot of periods, there's a lot of rich people trying to do ballet. There's no same bullying stuff happening. It's just Junpei dancing and having fun at the dancing school. And so just like Lu is just having the problem with it because, well, Junpei can't do it. Junpei have the problem that he dancing with the music, which is the same as the drawing. When I draw, it feels like I don't need to follow the basics. I just having fun drawing. But when I have some kinds of basics in, it would be better though. Excuse me, but when you have the basics on, it would be easier to dance to doing stuff that you want to do. So first you need to have some basics of the drawing, have some basics of the stuff that you like, art, anything first, and you still could enjoying it by dancing without caring in the world. And so, but you just like, it's not pressuring you, but you just have some kinds of practice the basics and having fun doing it. The two, you need to do the two, like, you need to know the basics in order to dance good correctly, and you also need to have fun dancing without caring to the rules much. And it's good, the two is good. Like, you need to have some kinds of rule in order to move forward, and it's also important if you wanted to be the ballet or the professional ballet or illustrator. It's also important to have the basics, the funds. You can have fun about it. You can have fun watching anime, like, you can have fun watching anime, but you also could know the basics of what to make of an anime or review it in order to have dig deeper into it and have more fun with it, other than just playing the games, just watching the anime without having fun watching anime without going deeper into it. Also the choices that you could make. But when I watched the Dancer, well, like, this episode, there's also the debates where, like, where is it the real ballet that this guy is doing, where I think that only doing perfectly, if some person left to do it, then it's okay. But for me, I just like need to goof off, need to have my freedom to do things and have fun with it, other than doing the things and perfect it in the reels. When I play the game, I just need to, like Elden Ring, like, so serious, like RPG games, for example. I need to just, going around, goofing off around town, maybe lose, maybe finding stuff, anything, just have fun with it, other than doing the objective, other than only doing the objective that it gave you. It feels like that's not a good thing, a good choices to that is not a good that's not a fun thing to do, to only doing what you gave it to do. You need to just being curious and doing stuff on your own. And I don't know why this anime teaches that these ballet are real ballet, like, but I don't know what it's trying to convey. But at last, Junpei say that you need to have some basics too, not just only having fun with ballet. And so the real ballet, there's no real ballet. Ballet is just like you goofing off, or you can't do anything. Like, to be perfect, or to be perfect doesn't need to be all on the book. Like, you sometimes need to give off, like the late episode where Junpei dancing with Luo and having the good stuff, like having the playing the ballet not on the script, but also doing it, and other people doesn't like it, but it's fun. So you don't need to care about it when other people say something to you. Skill learning experience of Junpei and Luo. Luo just doesn't like to dance in front of people or anything like that. Like, I don't understand the point of Luo in this episode. Maybe it's a point that Luo doesn't like to dances in front of the people, and so he is having this kind of, painful psychological attack trauma. But, and so, like, it's not about the basic or anything. Luo doesn't want it to dance. Like, Luo is already having the basics. All Luo do is just dancing is what he wanted to do. Dancing, Luo is just like Sasuke. He is having the basics. All he needs to do is having to goof off or anything else. Naruto is not having the basics like Junpei, so he needs to practice it. It's just about the balance between two things that the characters do in the series. So shows the emotional difference between enjoying ballet or any skill logically doing the method. So it's about logically doing the skills of ballet or anything else, or logic, or doing it on just enjoying it. I personally think know the basics and method is good, like know how to draw shape in drawing. But I think that doing that to the extreme, like ballet robot, is not a healthy thing to do unless you enjoy it. I think that doing ballet as you enjoy it with the musics leads to more interesting results and more happiness from everyone, rather than doing it by the method for the authors. The authors, their standards, do like you enjoy. It doesn't need to care for authors, people. And so I'm trying to speak clearly, but sorry if not. But the score of Dandansur, as you see on the screen, it is good anime. Like, nothing to complain about Dandansur. It's genuinely just a good anime like Mappa do. Having some kinds of the dramatic, good animations, and experience of the ballet, and practicing the ballet, and it is not bad at all. Like, but the story of it is, like, I find one thing to complain is that the story is just generic. But is there any problem in the story? No, there's no problem in the story. Like in the season where there's Kaguya-sama, I just consider watching it. Like, why do I was I thinking about it? I don't know, but like, Okay, so I don't know why I listed this anime better than the other. I don't understand, but I will just show you why. Next anime that I'm gonna talk about. Maybe do like 1 hour sessions first, another 40 minutes to go. And so, episode 6 of Eroistic-Ke, to recap, let me see, I think that it is from Akihabara, where a weeb's wanting to escape from because the places, and we don't know why. So it's just happening that the eco, who is the pillars of the team, disappear, and just cliche, like we don't know the characters as much. So I just kind of feels like I'm not enjoying it as much, and there's not plot progressing, anything twisting happening in the story yet. The story, like this seasonal anime, like RPG Fudosin and maybe a Stay of Life, feels like a filler anime that, like, I don't understand why they're not progressing the plot like Michikoto Hachin do, where it just breaks in terms of adventure to places and places. There's Satoshi, the villain. There's like really interesting mafia. Sorry. But there's some kinds of interesting mafia-ish type of the story happening, and it has this really interesting like Satoshi past, where of the character's past. But this is just like Doraemon, just like the Doraemon, the clone anime, where every episode you just need to just like doing stuff, and Luke like, why do you do it in the anime formats then if you have no continuous arc story to progress forward? Why do you do it on the anime formats then? Like, this point of anime is interesting, like there is some kinds of escalate people from places to places. Why they are doing it, because people can't, go to places by their own, so they need to do it what is their power, and explanation is needed for everything else, and it's just boring and just goes on and on without telling me about anything. And just Doraemon, the episode again, showing another people to escape from the empty shells of the town, where a lot of convenience happen. And it just feels like I don't understand anything about this anime, and so, like, I don't know what to say about this anime. I have a lot of feeling that I feel disappointed with this anime. It feels like it should have the story that progressing forward more with the story, and like the story is about Iku Senpai, which is the pillar of the team. When the other episode, I feel like the Iku is just doing, like, how the Iku to do the puzzle in the gates more 100%. Why could she do it 100% and the other shouldn't do it? There's no explanations to it. Why the Eco Senpai being the middle pillar, psychological pillar of the team. Why could she be when the other episode, like yes, she could smooth it out with the customers, but she but the other character's personality changed exponentially when the question point disappear without reasons. Like the other episode that I see, she's not that a person that controls everything. Like as I say it, this is not reasonable, and the story I don't feel anything that is interesting about the anime. Other than CG is okay, but like I just don't know what to say about this anime. Like when the characters go out on the drones to fight the like this just feels like a waste of time when the characters just go out with the customers to escape the places. I feel like it's just another filler of the anime. It feels like it's Naruto filler, Naruto episode where you just need to escape from, like, it's just cliche. Like I don't know what to say about it. Cliche that brings no new things. Cliche that is boring. The score that I would give to this anime, maybe this is changing, or I'm not sure it's better than this anime, so it may be wrong about the score of this anime. So is that life escape okay episode? Eco is sexy main backbone of the team. Everyone in the team do as they please. I don't understand the fact that Eco Senpai disappeared from the scene, and why they not be together, because all she does is just laughing and doing missions like everyone else other than soothing the customer. Then feel as it's just the character is reliable in the other first two episodes. This episode, why she is the one that changes the personality, the perspective. Then Martis is showing she can't do password things. Like I understand the characters of Martis, why she doesn't have Eco Senpai, why she can do the job. But the fact that she can't change the password of the gate, then why Eco could do it, does not explain anything, and left it there. Why is it happening? But all in all, I just enjoy this anime a little bit, as the animation and CG is quite okay. The next anime probably be this anime I also enjoy. So, bird doing in this episode is just having the conflict, the story move, progress forward, having fun. I just generally having fun with this episode. Feel like I need to Barry, and a lot of the parts of the Eve who was having some kinds of the surgery, and I just have fun with this feel like mafia episode of the Burly Ring, and like the I just like the gimmicks of the mafia in this episode, that the fight does not end because you are because you lose one time. Like at first I also convinced that the fight between mafia to be at the casino, it's just a big thing, and just win and just won with one golf match is not possible. And so this episode just shows that there's also more to it in this mafia community of the building the casino. And so cheers, that goes to shows that the courses have some kinds of personality that at first we see them as good, but they also have the bad side to it, which is expect from every characters in the shows in the anime world ever. But I feels like it's kind of that these Lily and these kids and the bar owners doing the job that prostitute doing it because she needs money to live. I just feel bad about it because, well, she's just young, and so like I am all of the claim or the judge that it is that kind of job because, well, what other job could kids do? Maybe power job, using a lot of power. But when Eve say that this is kind of job, I just feel bad about it. Like, I don't know. And there's Barry, who is also the courses that being the to help the kids, to help the, like, there's also point to this anime. It's just not like there's also point of this anime to watch it, not all the shonen each type sport of those anime already. I just feels like I'm just feeling good with this kind of anime where to protect the kids of the mafia world, to go into the mafia world or to go out. There's not only fighting between Sasuke and Naruto of Aoi and Eve. There's also a lot more to it than this. And the art is, I like the art style of it. Like I like the character design. And this wife of, information stuff, and in the mafia world there's also these kinds of interesting mafia, each type of the finding informations and surviving in the mafia world, and fight that is not just gunfight, but it is a golf fight, the switch side, and really feel okay with it because golf, is a rich people sports, and so Birdie Wing. Let me see the score that I gave this anime. One sport anime I enjoy the logic of this anime that the mafia fight off to get the players that make casino. This element of the group changing, fighting and gang. All in all, I enjoy it. The score of this anime is good. Score good. And the next anime that I'm gonna talk about It is called Shikimori. Shikimori, kawaii, kawaii dake janai Shikimori-san. Shikimori. You could watch it on YouTube, I feel. It's a sex. Shikimori is cute. I just like the the feeling, the name of it, like kawaii dake janai Shikimori-san. I just figured the good rings to it. Like Shikimori is not just a cutie, but in this episode, right, you could watch it on YouTube. I just feel sweet about it, and so okay, this episode is so sweet. It feels like there's nothing, the plot progressions or the relationship problems. Just Shikimori going to watch fireworks, and so Shikimori was betting for Izumi to call, and maybe a lot of maybe this a problem of the relationship, that delay problem, and so of Shikimori wanting to be killed, and sweetness that I feel like I'm okay with it, like, because at first I dislike the cuteness, that's empty cuteness, sweetness as anime shows without the plot at all. But it's with the visual, with the voice actor, it feels like I'm just okay with it. And let's see Shikimori. And it's okay to having to go on vacations, to go, like, I like the vacations episode of this anime. There's some, like, when this anime goes on vacations, I just like the fact that I just like when the vibes of it. I just like the I just like when the characters in the groups interacting. And all in all, it is a good anime. The score is also good. Next anime I'm gonna talk about is not Shikimori already. So number 7, 11 is Shikimori, and 10. Yusha Like, most people dislike this anime. Most people say that it's boring, and I also think that it is a boring anime, and so it really is boring. If it's like, should I drop this anime now? But like, also there's also this interesting games called Queen Blade in H5 G123 or something, and so maybe we play it. Like, should I drop Yusha Yamemasu? Like, in this episode, like, it is interesting in terms of the reveal, I think. On page 6. Okay, he disappeared. Like, this episode is good, don't get me wrong, but the episode 7 that I already watched it, I feels like fucked up, and it feels like it gone to the same route, and it's boring. Like this episode is good, like revealing that no one listening to the Leo, that he is the past, he is the past Yusha that is on the world, and so there's Martes who wanted to destroy the humanity, and so someone just like maybe see it and drop it, but like it feels like good. Like there's this feeling of like this assassin doesn't wanted to kill humans, but at last he couldn't. He have this feeling of like wanted to kill humans so much, and so it's just a good person in general that our main protagonist Leo having at first protecting human and got ejected into the mission to kill all of the demon, but at last got feels good that he got banished from the demon from the human side, and now is on the demon side, and know that demon also is having the problem on their own, and just having the freedom to choose the side. And so just interesting story in general, and I feels like I this is what I expect from this anime, that no actions, that is no anything else, is just the debate between what is wrong, what is right, and I feel that this anime is a good anime in this episode, but this is the spoiler. But like the episode 7, it just feels like nothing interesting in this anime. Like it just became normal again, and maybe if this continue on to episode 8, I would drop it. Slaying in places you don't want to be tortured, Demon Heart Leo help people get freedom by a weapon, as he has freedom to help the Echidna. Take turn interesting by Leo passing by a weapon, change upgrade himself to be Leo in the presence, to teach memes look into his heart and ask, hi, what did he want the most? To teach, like Leo teaching memes what he wanted the most. And to the surprise, this anime has great score in this episode. Great. Like, I warn you that all the 10 anime in the, like all of these next 10 anime will be 9 anime will be all good anime that I didn't like, except maybe Otome game that a good story only exists. But number 9, no one's comments yet. Please comment. And number 9, that is shows called Ninja Tsubaki. In episode 6, of Tsubaki. You should watch it on the Bilibili. It is the website for you to watch the anime. I don't know if your country is allowed, but in episode 6 of Tsubaki, I feel okay with this episode. Like, a lot of the thing that I enjoy the directing of this anime. I enjoy how this anime show its performance of the animation of the everything else and stuff to the world. And like this Rindo, who is the new boys characters, and also interesting story of the people who raised it in the boy village before and having to go to this. And so like interesting fan service in there, and there's also someone jutsu, and so I like the personality of the design of the new characters and the design of this story. I like all of them in terms of let me add the speeds. This anime shows is okay. So about Rindo from the past, interesting story about the person who comes from the palace, the boy race, the place that boy race, particularly the characteristic senses of the Sasanga. She's the character that is cocky, with her close friend and child of the god characters, and the only familiar place or friends who will show her persona and help see it of the directions. She summoned the scene of the Rina trying to help Sasanga and try to be friend with her teleport Mikurin, which actually kinda overpowered. Some directions affect harmony and go fast paced service in tier top. And this is basically the episode. And the score of this anime is great. Piero. Great. No problem with it. And the next episode of the next rank 8 automate game. I don't feel that automate game is the anime uses praise, because the studio real lazy about the animations, but the story, I feels like when if I read solely, if not for my biases between the real sources material and the anime, it feels like it's okay. It's okay anime to watch. It's having this kind of the problem going on to the problem with Oliver and having to some kinds of like okay racing episode. I feel. Wait, let me go then. Okay. It's okay racing episode, and I just don't feel any harm in watching it, other than you'll be bored from the source material. And so I'm enjoying its joke in its fighting in its racing episode. I enjoyed episode 6 of the Ultimate Game. I like the joke it played world of the Carter and Mari that is already lost the fight and Princeton and how Carter's be in this anime. I couldn't mad with the shortcoming of the Carter's animation, which you probably was good anime in the seasons. And I'm sorry, but like it's good. Maybe it's I swapped the rank of it with the dancer. It's on 14. This anime probably on 12, and this anime probably on 12, and the others are on 8. So already finished the Ultimate Game. Ultimate Game is number 12, and number 7. Virgin Raid. I feels like I'm enjoying this anime Virgin Raid. Like no complaint about the gay moments that happen. It feels like there's a lot of boring positions, but better than Ultimate Game, better than all the anime where there's no plot progressions at all. I feel like this anime to have some meat to go into, have something to watch, have the story to go forward, and the interesting dialogue with the have some interesting things to think about, to purchase dialogue, story to kill. What happened? What is the Akari powers? What is her why is the past that Akari got to the fight the sensei of the master of the Amano and died and go back time, and so is she could fix it? Is it summertime render in this season? Is it the ReZero? Is it the time loop anime? I don't know. But see watching Rescue having some normal basic fight, and she'll sure have some problem of Momo Bond with the senpai trying to fight because she is angry that her thing to tie her hair, maybe called bow, maybe called I don't know, gone burn, and focus on it more than the storyline, but still have something interesting to genuinely watch. It's good. The score of Virgin Raid, no need to change it. Okay, so for the next anime, I decided to give up on the faster on the live stream stuff, because well, it's hard and it's waste of time for everyone else. And so because I have the power to pause, then why I'm not use it. I'm not good at the live stream stuff anyway, so let me explain. It's available on the when I'm talking about Kakono in this game, I feels like people just don't think that Otsusame is generic as this stuff, but I feel like I enjoy this kind of harem more than normal people because I have a lot of good past, good memory within it. And it feels like this maybe I'm reviewing on this anime, maybe I'm too much negative about it. Enjoy this harem maybe, and the next maybe later episode I just negative about it just because well I have some kinds of bad mood when I review this anime, but all in all this anime is good. Like, enjoy how this anime made it really. It just felt like I really enjoyed it. Sorry for not having this. Okay, it's on now. So it feels like a lot of the people hate this kind of harem, but it feels like I enjoy this kind of harem in terms of the relationship, the character dialogue, and their joke and the vibes of the characters' interaction, which is the most important things, the dynamics of the characters, if you enjoy about it, and the hide and seek and stuff that happening in the series, and things that happening and it's just not random. And the family talk about the hero past. When Nagi talk with Hero, I think that she is good in terms of Nagi and being competitive. So like how Erika wants to have Nagi with Hero, a lot of the joke funny moments happen, like Cupid I'm no sick Hero problem with the fiance. I enjoy these harem moments. I might a little bit let down with the hide and seek moment, but all in all I enjoy it. But hide and seek moment, I see when I watch it again, it feels like I enjoy it, and their relationship and their hobbies and everything, and the cliche element. Like, I feel like I miss it so much with this kind of anime. I feel like I just love this kind of anime. Like, I don't know what to say about it. Great. Like, Kako no Inosuke is great. Maybe I would just continue to have this kind of the review. Like, if it continue to be good until the last episode, I feel like this anime is just might rank in the perfect way, perfect score in the last more maybe 14 parts. I don't know, but like it's really great, bro. Okay, when I watch Eroistic-Ke, I am not understanding any real of it, of how to win, and I don't care to understand because the real is not the main character is trying to win the game. It's not by the rules, not by is to use the rules in terms of using it in where there is the rule is not clear enough, or there's not anything that is say about you should do or you should not do it, which is the flaws of it. And so it feels like when I read the reviews of this anime, there's a lot of flaws. Like you could choose not to play the game and take the depths. There's nothing wrong with it because, well, it's dumb. And why, and like the reviews of this anime is just um is kind of not, like, there's a lot of flaws in it. It's hard to understand, but like you could steal all the paper from the toilet so another player couldn't uh couldn't do it, couldn't write, or steal the pen or something like that. There's always the flaws in its game, but it's entertaining to watch the people playing this game, um, and how it will use the dumbest rule. Like, my entertainment with this anime is just the fact that this anime has the like dumb dialogue, dumb use. Like I'm not enjoying with this anime with its real, with its process in the story. I enjoyed because it has not stupid thing that happened earlier. Not the stupid thing that it happened, but I always say that I enjoy the anime because of the characters' interactions, which and the characters' thinking, how it goes, how it presents its reviews of the game, how it's win. I'm more interested in that than trying to figure out the review and find the best way to win, or trying to see it as being the reasonable review and stuff. I'm not even enjoying because it's dumped either. And so I don't know. I just like how it's present, how it's like the plot of it, the plot of the Tomodachi game, and it feels like this episode is real intense. It's one of the Sawaju game that I think that I enjoy without dumb shit happening, without like, no, it's dumb, but it's still staying fairly solid on its own. It's on when the game goes like, for example, some Osama game. Why do I drop an anime from the first episode? It feels like all the people from to go. Why are, like, I don't see any reason. I don't see any reviews. Like, the people just die. People just goes on. What the fuck are the main protagonist doing? But in this senses of the Modaji game, I still feel the reviews. I still feel the intense feeling of the game, which being not being in depth either. It's about the backstory of the characters, and it just doesn't give me a bad feeling. It's just, or some slow paced episode, it doesn't have the pacing slow. It just goes dumb, present anything that it needed to, and goes on. The game, I really don't understand any logic in the game. You need to think Tenchi is one who drew it, and Yuji and stuff. Personally, I don't understand the review of this anime. It feels like this anime used convenience to go through the story, but not quite, because to follow the rules instead, using the underhanded means that impossible for an anime watcher to understand the reviews I don't know about manga. The part that this anime make about trusting no one feels like the dialogue of this anime gave this twist. Um, like most of my enjoyment, it just feels like I need to interpret the dialogue, better characters and logics to make sense than all the survival game anime. Uh, so it's great. Um, number number 5, number 6, or after the Tomodachi game, I say that probably. And I forgot to. The more scores doesn't mean the more ranking. Doesn't mean it's better than, like, it means it's better than other anime, but it doesn't mean that I enjoy less or more. It means that it don't the basic of the storytelling good and offer higher or contribute something new. Oh, Ashi. Like, Ashi. Ashi, I sorry for not mentioning this anime before. It is on the number 6, 15, 16, which no one care. It is from the last enjoy. I don't know if it's realistic, the tension of the shows, that our introduction to the aspirant teams, the tension, like, because I do not watch the football before, and I quite enjoy the interaction. It feels like you having your friends need to go to the dorms and practice the football courses. There is friends, a friend that passes. There's also people from the other area. His coach fight. Everything seemed realistic to me as a person who doesn't watch soccer. And so this episode is all about the introductions to the team, and there's this goofy characters and this coach, this one thing let me down is the same like villain feel last story introduction in the episode. He is like Yakuza biker gang that comes to the football, may have some problem with the people who uprank from junior high. So he might have some problem with these kids before, because when he doing the job, because when he tastes he got racist or condemned or doing anything that is lethal by them, or jealous simply, or I don't know why these guys are having this, why these guys are having the why this guy hate people that are ranked that much, when he can, or these people cheating from up rank, so he is hating them. I don't know, but having these kinds of characters adding to the cartoonish, adding like the cartoonish anime-ish, as I should say, or decrease the realistic tone that the show is trying to maintain throughout this episode, throughout episode 5. That is realistic, having the mom stuff you need to go on with life, changing the team tropes, this kind of story is okay, but still solid in episode 5. I think there's a possibility in those Sasuke type characters who want revenge, and it destroyed the main tone emotion of the story, trying to convey as realistic football with realistic youth team rather than focus on the stupid character's plot of revenge. I think she'd focus more on the environment and feeling on our football tactic or almost atmosphere to of the realistic football, the real football. The score of it is good. The next anime I'm gonna talk about from Tomodachi game, number 5, I'm watching. Number 4. It is just an official ranking. Don't get me wrong. Diamond. Warm heart anime. That like I got to watch. In episode 6 of the I'm on this, Eroistic-Ke goes on, and so it's running festival of Eroistic-Ke, and part of showing the affections of the family with the Eroistic-Ke, and showing how Eroistic-Ke wanted to be together with Rikacho in her sport day, how everyone loves Eroistic-Ke and help her like a family. I like the idea of the theme is strong always, plus the characters, plus of his mom who left work on by the kids that she loved work more than her, then go to work. Many of the life lesson animation of this anime hits me home of the feeling nostalgia. I want this anime to be more unpredictable moment or more development, or rather than revealing the backstory of the characters, of like characters Nagime decided to go to being a main mascot as the story he suggested, and serious as it being the main mascot of the story, otherwise the story seems self-content and will be bored. After this, Diamond is Spy X Family. Spy X Family. Also, there's part 2 of the Spy X Family. I don't know about it, and so why not season 2, or why not make it the same chunk of the episode 6, right? Episode 6. It's about going to the school. To recap this, to go to the school, there's Damien of a lot of kids, a lot of cool kids in the school. So Anya need to find out the people that is harassing her, and generally being the more stuff happening in the school, ranking of the school goes into the world of world building of the Spy Family. Interesting middle age settings, protect the family and near health, having the scheme, so you're annoyed by how design plays drama to the serious matter. Timing is so random, feels like I can change my mood for it. School of Eden has all important people in the matter of kidnap, bullying, or other kind of stuff will be more troublesome times than normal school. As expected, it feels like only people who are having high positions or genius can come in. Setting is interesting, present the bullying in interesting way that Anya doesn't is not making friends of um, Desmond and Desmond's son Damien right away, so she doesn't get the bullying sense right away. Settings of this anime fascinating while also being grounded. That it's possible in the real world to have this kind of the skill where to see how Anya and Lloyd proceed to the missions and play it out. Another thing to complement is that I love spy technology, spy method of Lloyd. The score is great. I've got to tell that score of Awashi is good, and so it's great. And number 2, like this anime might comes as a surprise in from everyone else. It's one of the good in this episode. It's Party B Kongming having to rap in this episode between the Three Kingdoms stuff and have some kinds of meet between the rap and having the animation and the rhyme. I am not having any of the rhyme also have meaning, and just kind of fun watching the Kongming and his crew rapping together like dancer. It's hard to spell it correctly. This anime using its main theme rap to convey the fight, not like love I'll play with wasting time, wasting off at the badminton scenes, to focus on only Bond, where I can make it slice of life, but can't be using off the rap scene of the Three Kingdom with Julong or Shilong something. That is the Lupe army, a soldier to fight with the Kome, rap between Three Kingdom and the pass of the Kabe, and fight with Kongming using the strategy. I think rap is having balance between Three Kingdom, Kabe pass, and Kongming, and feeling everything good. Past Kabe and plan to fight Kabe. Also, what I'm intrigued about only the rap scene of the Jingboy and another soldier. It's great to understanding the score. Great. And another anime. Number 1, number 2. As good as disorder, it feels like I can't choose, but if I gonna choose, it is better than Healer Girl. Healer Girl anime I'm gonna talk about. And so this episode is about the chill episode, having fun, like the goofy animations and the festival scenes of kinda gonna work with the Sonia to get this out of the way, and like light-hearted sob story. Sonia want to help Kyoko just go into healer hospital. She has problem of help the customers, and I like the festival scene in the anime. In general, like Hyoga, but Sony wanted Hana to kill Kara to over the hospital, so they are going to cook. And when Kana is tired, there's some Sony singing music. So when I feel real healed, Kara and go decent pace packed with the events. Highlighted feel content after watching it. The story feels like I think that it is outstanding. It is outstanding. And another anime that I feels like it feels like it is the base in the seasons. The best in the seasons. Oh my gosh, Ahara and Wahakaranoi having the goofy episode about random stuff of practicing to go on to the stage world, which isn't half much of the unexpected which you gag. Interesting how Aaron getting part of zombie game, play zombie game alone, forget Rider. It's random with the reference of the show, the anime trying to make your dream come true and focus and give a and the score is great. Like it is not outstanding like Healer Girl, but I think these two anime are fighting each other. But ended the episode 3, I think. Episode part 5, possibly part 8, I don't know. But